Whoa, I need to go get more people. Okay, let's go back to the world. Let's save and go to the Empire. I need more gladiators to fight, and I need more actors to actually do their thing. That will help. That will definitely help. And yes, indeed, President, the power of the green cities. It's challenging sometimes. Let's see, there's a theater group right over here. Let's see, how much would you guys cost me, and how much will you give me in return, in essence? We've got quite a lot of funds there. Quite a lot of personal funds. Come on, I wanted to get this theater group. Any moment? Maybe I can't actually do this one. Maybe I have done this one already. Let's see, what have we got up here? Gladiator Ludus. Let's have a look at gladiators then. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. We can, of course, purchase marble over here as well. That is an option for us. We have got enough personal wealth to actually get the permit to do that. So that's an option. But let's just travel along here, along the main city, or main road. As soon as we get onto the main road, there, zoom, off we go. Let's go get some gladiators, hopefully. I really thought I would be able to get these guys, but no, apparently not. Surely, maybe I got those ones as well. Theater group, come down here. Traveling all over the Empire. Theater, theater, my kingdom for the theater. Yeah. Let's see here, and we're halfway with reputation. We're halfway to actually running for the next office. Technically, we should be able to. Once we've got enough money, we should be able to. There we go. So, cost per week, 160 for that month. Okay, that month of the performance. And it gives 30 entertainment. Oh, that's not bad. You know what? I'm going to hire you guys. Off you go. I think the other ones I did actually hire already. And then there's a Gladiator Ludus over here that I can also hire. So let's get that sorted. And get some nice performances going on our city. And at some point, we are going to have to expand to other counties as well to actually go and build there. Will probably not be this evening, though. Also, next week, we most likely will not have a live stream. Oh, this one, there we go, Lidus. Okay. So 26 and entertainment of 9. Oh, you guys are not very good, are you? Let's see, a different gladiator. These guys are Odeon artists, not what I'm looking for. Theater group. I want more gladiators. Gladiators, are you ready? Oh, this is very far to travel for gladiators. I don't want to go down here. There's a theater group. Nope, not what I'm looking for. I need gladiators. Anyway, I'm going to speak again about next week in a moment. More theater groups. Merchants. Oh man, I may need to go for these gladiators just because... There we go, there's a gladiator Ludus in Bagarcum right over there. Okay, so while we are traveling up to the north, next week Sunday, we most likely are not going to have a live stream because, well, we are expecting, Wilson to arrive sometime this week. And at the latest, he will most likely come next Sunday. So, yeah, this time next week, fingers crossed, Nick and I will officially be parents. So that means I will not be live streaming next Sunday. I will let you know if things do change, but even if Wilson does come this week, I will not be live streaming on Sunday because, well, I'm going to spend the week with Nick then. Okay, is this where I was earlier and couldn't get the gladiators? Yeah, no, maybe. Okay, I can't get these gladiators. Okay, fine. Where are those weak ones down here? Here's the theater. Odeon artists. Gladiators? Gladiators? Where were you? Down here somewhere, I think. There we go. There's a gladiator Ludus. Let's do that. Alright, I see. President, you also say the color change seems to set it to the next color. Oh, I didn't even see the colors change. Okay, so I'm going to have to look for that when we are back in our city. Yeah, so this Tuesday, so 2 days from now, there will still be the Empires of the Undergrowth video coming out. And then, depending on what happens, there will either be a Monster Hunter World video coming out on Friday, or they won't be if Wilson arrives. We'll have to wait and see. But I will let you know on the community tab as well. Let's see, there we go. Oh, fine, let's hire you. And thanks, President. Thanks for the congrats in advance. Let's see, oh, we are so excited. We can't wait. He must come now. Now, speaking of, it is another half an hour. Another half an hour has past. So, let us move on to the next Star Wars joke. The next one is, what happens when a bunch of Imperial fighters race? It always ends in a tie. Because, you know, TIE fighters. I like that one. Anyway, ping for another dad joke for the evening. And let's go back into our city and see what is happening in here. And it does take a while to load all the buildings. Wow, we're up to 634 buildings already. Sheesh. This city is getting big. Okay, let's change. There we go. Okay, yes, it does change it. Okay, so we've got orange sunshades now. Or red. Oh, I like the red. Red really does fit the Roman look. Okay, so we're going to go with red there. Okay, we've got everything sorted there. It costs 40. Yeah, it's got more than enough seating. Yeah, great. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Festival, festival. We've got this. Friends of Mimas. We're going to place them over there, and we're going to put the Albius Ludus Arena guys over there. Okay, so now, during the month of March, we've got a festival, which will give us 6 reputation. And in April, we've got another festival, which gives us 12 reputation. And that is brilliant. Okay. Let's see, how are you guys doing? Becoming happy here, 47% happiness. Okay, ooh, we are going to start running out of graves soon. Okay, so let's just see. Can we even do anything more with the graves? I want to build graves in areas where it's not going to impact the water. So technically we could build, I think that's what we should do, a necropolis. Let's build a pyre over here. Oh, we lost the trees. Oh man, I was hoping I wouldn't lose the trees there. But anyway, okay, we've got the pyre over there. We're just going to keep building some graves over here. Okay, not going to go too close to the river here. We don't want to, as the bodies decompose, those chemicals leaching into the water. Now, back in the day, before embalming and so became more of a common practice, it would have been fine to just let the guys float down the river. But now with embalming fluids and stuff being involved in human burial and stuff like that, those are highly, highly toxic chemicals that if you bury the body right over there, those chemicals will most likely leach into the water. You don't want that. So in this era, I think it was still alright. I don't think there were lots of toxins used for embalming and stuff like that. I think burying them quite close to the river would still be fine. Nonetheless, we don't want anything like that happening. We also don't want a flash flood coming through. And speaking of which, no, this is not in a flood zone. We don't want the flood coming in and actually carrying Uncle Bob downstream. So we're going to stay away from, or Bobvious actually I think would be the name. Oh, let's see here. Oh, man. He was supposed to complete the smallholder training, unfortunately without success. He spent time in taverns and enjoyed himself in lupanage instead of helping the city with his new skills. Ah, poo. So, where's that guy? Let's fire him. So, we had an engineer. Can we send him to do the same again? That's the question. We still need smallholder done. We're going to send you off again. This time around to the place with fewer wine bars and lupanage. Okay. It's a weaker trainer, but he won't be distracted by all the fancy women and stuff like that in that city. Okay. Now, what we can have here is eventually like a green space, or we can try to put some other things down there. We'll have to see. Now, we are heading into summer now. Let's just quickly check our food production. There we go. Our production is double our consumption. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Brilliant. I'm happy about that. How's our finances looking? Income is 35 more, or almost 34.9 more than our... Actually, yeah, 38. No, man, Will. It's more. It's more. 34.1, I think it is. 35.1 more than our expenses. There we go. That. You know, I can't even maths. How can I be expected to English? Right. I think these guys should be coming in soon. We already have 17 Chives living here of the 136 we can accommodate. That's something. That's something. We could we could accommodate another chives over here. If we can build a nice big insula, we can. We've got everything we need. We could do that. I would like it built like this. Okay, so that there's still a bit of green space, a green corridor over here. It's not the greatest, but it should allow some organisms to still move through here. So we are going to do something to actually help that along. We are going to... I want you to see here, arcades. You can build arcades along roads. Okay. Each insula you can build one arcade. Okay. So the arcades here... Oh, the arcades will give us tax revenue. Oh, that's fancy. We're going to get, if we do this, 15. We can build 5. Yes, because we've got a number of building rights here, we've got 5. For each insula you build, you receive, 2 building rights. You can build more new arcades than you have a building rights. Arcades built on the Cardo Maximus or Decumanus Maximus Street generates higher tax income. Ooh, I should have built on the main road over here. You know what, we can place 2 over here. Okay, can we only look one way? Yeah, why can I not rotate? I really thought I would be able to rotate this, but apparently I cannot. You know what, fine, look out over the fields over there. That's going to be what you do. Okay, so we're going to get more tax income because of these little arcades. Basically, I think like little shops in essence that we're going to get there. But what I really wanted to do is have croplands over here. Because this is another residence. And yeah, the grasses over here, that'll be fine. But you know what, if we actually maintain this area as a good mix of herbs and veggies and stuff like that, we technically could have more insects and stuff like that moving through here. Because as it stands, this is not a meadow. This area over here is just grasslands. And grasses don't... Yeah, you can have things like grasshoppers and some things eating the grasses. But if you have a bunch of flowers in here, and if you let your veggies flower, then they are technically flowering. You know, there are lots of flowers there. If you do that, then you can have more types of insects coming through here. Let's check. Yeah, you are supplied with water. There are enough graves. There's enough food available and enough market stalls available. Speaking of which, let's just quickly check here. Ooh, yeah, we may need to get more market stalls soon. You know what? Let's quickly put in 2 more. One more, yes. Let's go. That'll be the middle piece. Are you lining up? Yeah, you are lining up nicely there. Not like that, but like this. Yes. Okay, great stuff. Get that one done. And that will accommodate enough people. 510 to be precise. Okay, so houses. We're going to go down to Strip House again for the gardens over here. Okay, and we can place down that one over there. We can't place anything down here, or any of these ones here. We can, however, have a nice tree. Yeah, we can have some trees over here. We can have this one over there. We can have... That is that one, never mind. This one over here. And we can have another 2x2 down there, another tree. Okay, so this will technically now, because it has more different types of plants, we should be able to support more types of animals coming through here. More insects coming through, and as a result, more birds and stuff also being able to move through this area. So now it's functioning more as a corridor than just the grasslands we had here. Because grasslands in a cityscape is basically, it's a lawn, and lawns are not very great. Okay, so let's see here. These arcades are still being built. It takes a while to build. Okay, good to know. How's our finances looking? Fine. Almost 40 extra income than expenses. Archives, not very happy. 43% happiness. How are things looking over here? You guys, oh, you're 9% happy. Oh, you don't have a restaurant at all. Nowhere close to you. Okay, fine. Let's restaurant, just a taberna. That is what we are going to build. I'm just trying to see where it is going to be the best to place it. Placing it here means that yes, that house over there is actually fine with it. Placing it here interrupts the... Yeah, that interrupts that. Ooh, here. We're going to place it over here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that restaurant will now hopefully help here. And that will hopefully push them up in satisfaction a bit more. Alright, let's see. I don't think... We're not going to get to the equities yet. We're not going to be able to build the domus yet. Definitely not. Not, considering we need to have 800 chives living in this city. Definitely not going to have that. Okay. But we could perhaps have a look at one of the other towns and, try to start up another one. Because looking here, we've got no, we don't have enough reputation yet. If we have less than 800 reputation, we are going to have a lower chance of success running for praetor. The more reputation we have, the greater the chance that we're actually going to be successful when running for office. So we're not going to have that yet. Okay. Ooh, I wonder what this undefined bonus means. Whether that means the radius of the altar actually gets extended quite a lot, or indefinite, or what does it mean? We'll have to wait and see. Unfortunately, we definitely can't get that yet. So, in essence, I think what may be a good approach for us to do is to go to the Empire, quickly go start up a new city, using what we have learned in the first city to start up a second one. And hopefully that will also help us get more reputation again, because we're kind of stagnating there. We can only do so much. So, let's see. What can we do? This is where Villa Aecologia is. Now, where have we got more ones? We potentially could start up along the coast. That sounds like a good plan to me. Let's see here. Where is a little settlement along the coast? Along the coast. There we go. There's a coast right over there. Let's pop on over to the south, close to the border with Hispania. And right over there, we are going to start another settlement. Next to the Cantabrian Sea, or Mare Cantabricum. Right over there, we are going to start our city. Now, I have actually had a look and see what the landscape looks like here in Hispania. We've got no wood there whatsoever. That is challenging. I think for this one, at least we will still have wood, because at least there's some woodlands over there. Or there are some woodlands over there, which is, that's great. That means we will most likely be able to harvest some trees, get some wood going. Yeah, and that's going to be it. Let's see, where are we? We are by Mediolanum. We are coming down. We are very, very close. Yeah, there we go. We're in sight. The end is in sight here. Let's see what this landscape actually looks like. We are going to call this... I want to call it something with Leo in it. Something lion. Leoviticus. Leoviticus. That is what we are going to call it. And you know what? We've got so much wealth. We can kickstart the city. Okay, give them 1,000 money. Voila! Let it run. Let the city do well. Good kickstart. Alright, misplaced the stylus. Please wait. And there we go. Okay. Let's see. How much space have we got? Oh, nice open space here. We don't have a river. We've got, oh yes, we've got a hill in the center here. That is potentially going to mess us around a bit. Okay, but what we are going to do, we're going to obviously be able to harvest trees over there. Let's just see. I don't think we can see that yet. No, we can't. Oh, we can. Okay, yeah, we can harvest trees in this area. That's great. We've got a clay pit down here. We've got the coast for the port. We don't have any, rivers we need to keep pristine. We could designate the hill as a protected area and then also try to have that connected to the woodland. Okay, allowing birds from the woodland area over here to come into the hill over here, and then from the hill back to the woodland. If we were to build around this hill completely, well, this really is an insulum. That really is an island over there. We don't want that. We want habitat connectivity. Okay, so we are going to say we are going to build Where are we not going to build? We're not going to build along here. Okay, this area here, that's conservation area. We're not allowed to build in this stretch. The rest is actually kind of fair game. Kind of. Not completely, but kind of. Okay, so we are going to build... I'm imagining we've got the Cardo Maximus and the Decumano Maximus over here. And then in this area, we can build most of our houses. We can potentially build some houses down here as well. We can have our market and our... Actually, we could, in the bottom left quadrant here, the southwest quadrant, we could... technically, that's north. That's north over there. Looking at the Cardo Maximus, where the Cardo Maximus is located. As far as I recall, the Cardo Maximus is north-south. And the Decumanus Maximus, east-west. This is south, that is north. Although technically, according to the map, that's west. Oh, it's confusing. Confusing. Okay, let's say north is up there, south is over here. The southwest quadrant, we can put our forum. We can expand that into that area over there. Which means we can have this area and some of this area as residential areas. That could work. That could very well work. I think that is what we are going to do. Are we going to build it like this? Are we? I think like this. I think over here. This is where we are going to. This is where we're going to build it. There we go. That it's decided. All right, and then we are going to. You know what? I think I'm going to build the forum or the altar right over there, and there we go. Okay, first things first. Let's get the city streets going. You know what? I'm not sure why you are telling me again about all that, but there we go. We know. Okay, there we go. City streets. Expand over to there and expand over to here. There we go. Okay, yes, we do still have money. I was like, oh no, we've got no more money left, but we do have money. Of course, now the thing is, we are starting from scratch. But we have learned a few things along the way here. Of course, we are going to be placing our houses down again. Now, I would actually like this, I think. I think I want to place a house down. We don't have a corner house available here. But this is a smaller house. I think this one I'm going to place over here. Okay. Then we're going to build a bigger house next to it. Another bigger house over there. Then we're going to have a slightly longer and thinner house over there. Our water supply is going... Our water is going to be supplied with a well on the other side of the street. There. And I think over there. Okay. That's how I'm going to do things here. We want a bit of a corridor. Again, we still want animals to be moving through our city. We don't want to interrupt it completely. Okay, no, we don't want that. We want a nice little plot like this. We can also have a nice big plot like this. And we can have, again, an assortment of... We're not going to do anything there. We're going to build some houses there. We want an assortment of crops along here. Oh, you know what? This is going to be a problem. Okay, we're going to remove that one there. Sorry about that. We are just going to... Let's just quickly check. Our expenses and income. Yes, I expect that with the wells. Ooh, you know what? We need the dead people buried. We do need the dead people buried. Let's just connect over here. And we're going to, for religion, get an Acropolis again. Get the pyre right over there. As people come in, you know, the first thing they should see is a bunch of dead people. And we'll plop that down there. Then, when these houses are built, only thing that they will need is a market space. Okay, we'll just need to think about that. Okay, we're just going to plop down some forum spots over there. Okay, right like that. Oh, and we are already heading into winter. Thankfully, we've got a bit of food stored. That's great. That is great. Market space. Market space, technically we could have along the coast. Oh, not too close to the coast. Okay, we are going to have it over here.